All right, and with that, we're ready to go. So, my name is Erwin Solis. I am here with
David Ramos.
David. Okay, so awesome. So, we were just mentioning a little while ago, I'm trying to get started here. Kind of a little bit of a showcase for what's around here in Chicagoland, because I do believe we have a lot of great talent. We just need a place to really show that off. So this is just the place to get to know us a little bit one-on-one. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So first of all, like I said, my name is Erwin Solis, and I've honestly just gotten started into this scene. I really didn't even know that stand-up was a thing until I was like 18 years old. But once I found out, I absolutely fell in love with it. I got on stage for the first time maybe like a year and a half now. So that was when I first started doing open mics, and I just started doing my first showcases with at Problematica. I've just done my second. Hopefully we'll be doing my third at the end of the month. But even in just that little short bit of time, even just at like open mics as well, like I said, I feel like I've seen a great lot of talent around. So yeah, with that, so how long have you been doing comedy?
I want to say, I always tell people, I've been telling people a year, because about this time last year, I started going balls out, so to speak. The first time I ever did stand-up was, I believe, 2006 or 2007. We went to watch stand-up comedy, and the promoter mentioned that there was an open mic coming, to please come and sign up. It was a month away, and I wanted to impress this girl, to be honest. And me and my friend, a buddy of mine, we were all there. He's like, hey man, let's sign up for this thing. It's like, yeah, let's do it. We got a month. So I spent a month working on material, which it was a few original jokes and a lot of dead baby jokes, which they're not my jokes. I didn't know any better. So a month goes by. Hey, bud, are you ready for the comedy thing? He's like, what comedy thing? Like, we said we were going to do this thing, He's like, well, I just boned Francine, so I shouldn't have said that name. But, but I was like, I was like, I'm not doing it. So I'm like, oh, my God. So I got stuck going up. And I did it. I have it on tape somewhere. And then I ended up, the comics were real nice that day. They invited me to 2 more mics that summer. I did 2 more mics. At one of them, I ended up winning a contest, bro. It was the craziest thing. I don't know. They gave me like $30. I'm like, let's all get beer. And we got drunk off the $30.
Hell yeah.
And then instead of going with it, my family, I come from a Mexican background, and they're like, hey, man, payasadas come second. Get a job, pay for yourself. We ain't paying for anything for you. Mm-hmm. So that fall, I went to a medical field program. Let me not say a medical program. But I went into like medical assistant or some or another. And then I told myself, I'll be back to comedy as soon as I can get a job. It took 12 years. 12 years, bro. It was bad, yeah. And the whole time I'm writing, I think, comedically. I think you probably think comedically as well. Yeah. A lot of us do. And 12 years later, it was a battle with I grew old and scared, but 12 years later, I finally got the courage in 2019 to get back on stage. And since then, I've been struggling to do it habitually, and for the last year, I've been doing it. You tell me how long I've been doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. No, I see what you're saying, but although even that way back then, that's still experience that you get. So even if you might consider it a year, yeah, you still got the longer experience. But that's awesome. So, well, like you kind of mentioned already, I was going to ask what got you into comedy, but you said you started for like a girl.
Starting doing it, I would say that day, yeah, I wanted to impress this chick, but I've always been a fan of comedy. Mm-hmm. I grew up in Mexico, and I don't know if you're familiar, like, there's a huge comedy scene growing up in Mexico. A lot of them were actors or presenters, mm-hmm. But from Cheese Chas, that was like a northern Mexican comic. I used to listen to his tapes, comedy tapes, bro. Nice. And this guy had a whole like ranchero thing to him. So from him and just like all the other Polo Polo and all these other dirty comics, always been a fan. Come to America, discover you know, like Jim Brewer, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and obviously everybody else that in the past, future, present, you know, that we grew up with, always loved it. And like you, I didn't think that was something for me or something that we could just do till that day where it was like, oh, you could sign up to an open mic and do what they do. And, you know, that's how I found out, brother.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, you kind of mentioned a few, but what might be like your 3 most influential comedians?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Influential at different points of my life. Man, can I do more than 3? Oh my God.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Cheese Chas in Mexico. Eugenio Derbez. I think he's pretty big in America now, I believe. I come to America, it was like Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr. You know, as time went on and I discovered them, I would say those are top. And then obviously once you get older and you're able to go back in history, then you have Bill Hicks, you have, you know, the classics, Carlin, everybody, bro, like, you know, the classics. But I feel like at every point of my life, I discover a new comic that blows me away and it becomes influential. Yeah, I'm glad. With that being said, I'm glad I got off that when I first discovered Burr, it was like, that's it. I'm gonna go out there and spill the shit of my life. Excuse me. Spill out the worst of me and just and I'll be famous. I'm glad I discovered there's other ways of being funny because it's a niche. It's very niche, and I'm glad. I'm glad, you know, I've evolved, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, I wanted to mention one real quick because, like you said, you go back and you discover stuff. I wanted to watch, you know, El Chavo del Ocho. I just wanted to watch it for a bit, and it's so fucking good. And
how about it? Yeah.
And just Chespirito as well, and the comedians around him too, like the guy who played Don Ramon and stuff. They all have their own shit too, and like I've been just discovering their stuff as well. It's incredible too, and like you said, kind of different ways of doing comedy, like Bill Burr and stuff. They have such like their own unique stuff. Yeah, just so great. Do you have, or do you feel like you have maybe like a philosophy or kind of a message behind your comedy? Or
allow me to blow smoke up mine and everybody's butt here. Man, I think I do, bro. I'm a nerd. I'm like the modern nerd. Like, I'm not smart. I think I am. But I do. I feel, you know, I feel like my comedy allows me to speak my truth. It allows me to speak other people's truths, but I may be able to present it. Sometimes I like to make fun of things. Sometimes I like to do this. I like to make people think I'm about to talk some serious smack, and then I just flip it, and it's like, oh, this guy's just a fat idiot, you know?
Yeah.
And I like to pose ideas. You tell me what you think of it. You as an audience member, let's see what you got. If I just say Trump, what do I have to say to make you laugh? Am I gonna have to shit on him, or am I gonna have to like elevate him? Who are you? You know, as an audience, it's such a game, and I'm still learning where I can't peg the audience. I can't read the crowd. So as I'm up there, you tell me, your reaction tells me where to go with it, and I just want to make people laugh. So if I gotta say Trump's #1 because that's how you feel, all right, fine, I'll give it to you. But you're like, F that dude. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So my philosophy, in short, is make them laugh. Yeah. Make them laugh.
That's a great one. That's good. That's awesome.
After all that.
All right. What has been your best experience so far in comedy?
My best experience, man, I feel like everything I do that I accomplish, whether it's a big thing, little things, dude. Problematica, I love that little room, dude.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
The last time I was, Marianne Rooney, shout out. Last time Marianne put me on the showcase, dude, I left out of there feeling like $1 million, bro. I felt like I just played friggin' Zanies. Never played any of the awesome places, but they made me feel that way, bro.
That's great.
Is those little things. When a fellow comic tells me, like, dude, like, you know, like, genuinely tells me they laugh their ass off, or I see them laughing their ass off, or just getting in this, dude, thank you so much, bro.
Sure.
This is the world, because you're one of us, and you're like, hey, let's talk. Mm-hmm. I want to build something, and I want you to be in one of them. You know, that's cool as hell, dude. Yeah. All these things are great for me. I could do a little name drop and be like, oh, well, this badass, you know, comic that travels around the country allowed me to do a set for him. Yeah, of course, dude. That's happened. Thank God, you know, blessings that it's happened to me. But this is right there with it for me. Oh, you know, thank you.
Great
bro.
Compliment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. What about your worst experience?
Man, my worst experiences with comedy is my own struggles doing it.
For sure.
It's hard for me to leave my house.
No, I get that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So for me, the hardest things is when I fail at those things at home. Weird moment. No, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
My personal failures are the worst, and it's never on stage. It's never with my peers. It's like alone at home, where it's like, oh, you bailed and you stayed home in your room like an idiot. So those are the worst, dude.
For sure.
Getting better. Getting better.
No, yeah, I've been there too, man. For sure.
They're rough, dude.
Well, what do you think of people being offended by comedians or just like life in general? Like, yeah.
You know, maybe we're being made to feel offended by everything. And it's, you know, it's not black and white. We should be, you know, let's be human to each other. Like, that's where I'm at, dude. Like, where I want to be human, and I don't want to piss people off for the sake of pissing people off. We should have that courtesy with each other. And we're not courteous with each other, dude. A lot of people suck out here. You know, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what part of society, top, bottom. We're pretty nasty to each other, and I think that's one end of the spectrum. And at the other end of the spectrum, are we a little, you know, offended by every little thing? Are you offended for others? Who's like, hey, that guy's not offended. You should really just chill. Yeah. But it's a balance. So I think there's a balance of people needing to chill out and other people stop being abrasive, trying to hurt people. You know, trying to hurt people. You could talk some shit. I love talking shit. I think half the time I'm talking crap on stage, you know, but I'm not trying to hurt people. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it, you know. We all could do better.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a lot of comics that they'll lean too much into that just being mean aspect, where, like you said, with that kind of philosophy behind your comedy, where you want to just be funny, that should definitely be first. And if maybe you happen to offend some people, it's like, yeah, that shit happens, but
it's inevitable.
For sure, yeah. All right, awesome. Where do you want to end up in comedy?
To be completely frank, if I can replace my day job, bro, if I can replace the day job without having fucking turn tricks in the corner, I'd be happy. And I don't make a lot of money. I'm not rich. I have a day job. I'm blessed where I get to feed myself, my dog, and you know, that's basically everybody that's in the house. But you know, the bills are paid, and I get to do comedy, and you know that takes a little money sometimes. You know, the 2-drink minimum adds up here and there.
Yep.
You know, I understand we got to support each other, but no, I'm blessed where even though I'm not in love with my day job, where it allows me to do this, and if one day, universe, you want to let your boy Teeny do this and not go to jail every day, I am ready to receive. Amen.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah,
Where do you want to be, man? I want to know about that one. I want to know where you want to go.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the goals for sure. Just being able to support myself and even others
Right. Hell yeah.
off of comedy. Because right now, for sure, I've only got negative.
That's right.
I haven't
bro.
made any money from it yet, but beyond that, for sure, something I've mentioned it to other people before, that it's kind of like probably like a romanticized idea of being like a half homeless traveling comic.
Wow.
You know, going state to state or whatever. You know, hopefully at least doing that for a little while. I know some people they get tired of that shit quick, but
The experience would be.
and because for sure most of it is not going to be like glamorous or nothing. It's going to be just who knows where I'm
Right.
going. Yeah, just but yeah, I mean, but beyond, and also further beyond that, I get I don't know, might sound big-headed, but like for sure something that even well, this was like before even comedy. I had just always felt like I wanted to write my name in the history book, you know, like
Right.
I wanted to be part of it. So I had no idea what I could do or how to do it. But this is hopefully one of the ways I might be able to get there.
Totally is.
So yeah, that's
Awesome.
where I'd like to end up. Oh yeah. Let's see. You have a favorite joke that's not yours?
Can't think one off the top of my head. I grew up reciting movies, reciting jokes. some of my peers, some of our comics are so good at remembering like entire like. And I'm not saying they're ripping it off or nothing. They're just like, hey,
No, yeah, that's
did
like
you hear,
where you start.
did you hear this comic doing this one on this? And they'll they'll say it word for word. I'm like, damn, like no, I didn't know that one. It's great. No, man, I can't think one that ain't mine off the top of my head. I cannot think of one, but yeah, I love. Oh, I got one. I got it. I got it. Just because I cried, not laughing, cried of the reality, the painful reality. Bill Burr's bit about the old man who his wife's been nagging at him all his life, and he always goes and he just leaves. He walks away,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
one day he's like 80 something. And here she comes with her shit. And then Bill Burr's like, and finally, for the last time, he tries to get off the couch, and he can't. And that's when his face turns horrified.
Yeah, you get that.
The most funniest shit, dude. But, like, I cried because it's like, damn, brother. That was it for you, bro. That was it. That one, bro. That, whoo, what a ride. What an emotional ride, you know?
Oh yeah, it's a good one for sure.
Man.
Yeah, when it comes to jokes, I mean, there's like you said, there's a whole bunch to choose from, but I like Norm Macdonald's style of taking a joke but just extending as far as he can and just reveling in it, and it's something that he's talked about. It is like where like he will, you know, write material and stuff, but when he's on stage he'll allow himself to just kind of get lost and just wander through the joke, and because that's something I've started to allow myself on stage, because for sure, like I said, I've just got it started. So for the longest I've just been like basically just sticking to a script as much as I could, but also allowing yourself that extra freedom, like the audience feels it too.
Yeah.
Where they'll know you're not just reciting something, and you're also feeling it more as well. Like his moth joke. A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, and the doctor asks, "Oh, why'd you come in here, moth?" And he says, well, like every day it's just been getting worse and worse. I feel like like I'm stuck in a spider's web, and like my child is like all sick, and all these things are going horrible, and the doctor says, oh wow, it really does sound like you need some help, but I'm a podiatrist, why'd you come in here? And the moth says, oh, because the light was on. And it's like the original joke is just why did the moth go into the podiatrist's office? Like, because the light was on. But then Norm takes it that further step to allow himself to like revel in that and maybe explore why that moth is, or just adding like that.
And it's absurd too, right?
That extension of absurdity and stuff. That stuff like that. I love that shit.
No, I love Norm, dude. I'm glad you brought him up. I love Norm. Yeah, one of my favorites.
For sure. Well, real quick, I guess, to go back to that old 3 influential comedians, I guess for myself, would be Norm, Doug Stanhope, and Gilbert Gottfried.
Love him.
But Gilbert Gottfried more for his like radio appearances and his podcast. Those
Gilbert Gottfried had a podcast, dude.
He did.
Look it up.
He did 2 with Norm Macdonald on his show. Those are some
appearances.
Those are some of the best. But he also had Gilbert Gottfried's Great Colossal, something like that. Something like Great Colossal Podcast or something like that. And then on that one, he did one with Artie Lang. That one's fucking incredible. And then Artie Lang had his own podcast, and then Gilbert Gottfried went on that one. So they did another one together. So those 2 with Artie Lang and with Norm Macdonald are some of my favorite, some of the fucking best. Like, it's like some of the best displays of like what a comic just naturally is, like off stage.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How they are, like, fucking.
No, I'm gonna check him out, dude. I love Gilbert Gottfried. My goal has always been to do his voice. I'm getting there. I think I got a decent Norm, but that's like my dream, and that's why that's a good thing about living alone. I get to stay home and
you get for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, legendary, dude.
He also inspired me to try to do like a Seinfeld. He does a great fucking Seinfeld. I don't know if you've heard him do that.
Gottfried do the Seinfeld voice? Yeah. I think a lot of us have a Seinfeld, just because all you gotta do is kind of raise your voice a little high. Is this it? Am I doing Seinfeld?
That's what. Oh, what's the deal with airline peanuts? Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's the deal with people who like to eat macaroni? Or so some shit like that.
Yeah, right, macaroni.
But Gilbert for sure.
Oh man, no, I don't want to clip your I don't want to clip the audio, or I would totally give it a shot at the Gilbert. I'm working on one day, baby. Oh, it's funny.
All right, awesome. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mexico, bro.
Awesome.
I grew up in Monterrey, Nuevo León. I don't know, about 6 hours from the border. Big city. Back in the day, it was like the 3rd largest city in the map. You would see it. Came to Chicago in '94. Been here since. Never left. When I was around 18, I wanted to go back, and everybody like talked me out of it. Like, no. And then eventually it was like, well, but damn, I like apple pie. But yeah, I grew up in Mexico, bro. Awesome. Born in '83, left in '94, and April 23rd of this last year, I made 30 years in Chicago.
Snap.
So I think I'm all Chicago now. I'm all Chicago.
By this time.
By this time, I got this whole bit about my girlfriend tells me not to tell people I'm a Mexican immigrant. It's been too long and shit. And I kind of do feel that way. It's like, it's like at one point, do you stop being an immigrant? Am I just from here now?
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at.
I feel the same way. I was born in Mexico. I was there until I was like 4 years old.
Where at?
I was born in La Paz, Baja California Sur.
Nice, dude.
I was there for 2 years, then went to El Efe.
Capital.
Yeah, was there for another 2 years, and then came here. Yeah, came straight to Chicago. Already had family out here and stuff. But I got here when I was 4 years old, so I grew up here basically.
Yeah, basically, bro.
So I also, yeah, I'm weird about, yeah, like I am Mexican, but it's like I grew up here. I do speak Spanish was my first language,
Yep.
so I still have that. But it's like,
How good is it? ¿Está
it's
bueno?
definitely
Los tres?
más o menos, man. Yeah, it's definitely fading. And
Aguanta.
yeah, like because like last time I was in Mexico, I mean it was a few years ago. But it, like talking to my old cousins, they all, you know, telling me I got a crazy accent and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, I didn't want to.
Right, and that's a funny thing. Like, you know, being a Mexican in Chicago and America is like, you know, everybody's got this like uber heavy Mexican pride, you know, like we're so Mexican. Everybody thinks they're so Mexican until you fucking go to Mexico and your cousins call you a gabacho and they call este güey's güero. Like, wait, what do you mean, man? I'm a fucking, you know.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Immigrant issues, I guess. You know, growing up as an immigrant.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I got cousins that were born here, and their Spanish is way worse. And they're like, "Well, I don't have an accent. I could go to Mexico and
Nope.
what?
Go ahead. Let me know how it goes.
Did you do good in school?
Initially, yes. Initially, my mother was a lifelong teacher. She
snap.
taught in Mexico. She taught here. So, man, like I had to be good until I got big and her butt whoopings didn't hurt anymore. So, like all up through like maybe sophomore year of high school, I had like honor classes. Like for sure, freshman year I was like all honors, and little by little I went into remedial. You know, I got friends. You know, so that's what I always say. I'm a nerd. I'm a modern nerd. I'm an idiot. You know, I just like nerdy stuff. But like I've always been a bit of a thinker. That's probably half my problems come from overthinking. But I'm an idiot, dude. I do well when I apply myself, like everything else. You know, so when I applied myself at school, I did well. When I didn't, I didn't. After high school, I went to junior colleges, bro. I'm like the junior college king. I never graduated anything. I'm an EMT, bro. Like my day job is to help people not die when the shit hits the fan. I'm an idiot, bro. And they got me doing it. That's what they're doing out here. They got me doing it. They should, you know, invest in EMTs more, you know. But I guess I did well when I applied myself, you know. How about you, dude?
Basically same. I started doing good on the ISAT here. They make you take.
Which one's that one?
I believe that's like
8th grade.
Grade, yeah, like middle school.
Okay.
Yeah. I was able to on the reading section. I was able to score the top 1% for a few years.
Awesome, man.
But after like freshman year, I
dropped it.
Just me in school just nothing because by the end of high school, I needed to retake. I had done 1 credit in summer school. I mean, in night school, and then I needed to redo 10 credits in summer school.
Yeah. It kind of makes you think: are we the problem, or is the schools the problem? We came. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it sounds like we both. It sounds like we both came in
something else.
Pretty up here, right? And then gradually.
I mean, for me, there was for sure a lot of things at home and a lot of other type of shit. But yeah, I did half a semester of college, and I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Got to do something else.
I wasted a lot of money for sure, like opportunities too. Like I said, if I would have applied myself, and I clearly wasn't in the state and to be doing that, to be taking on this, because I wasn't prepared for it. My mom didn't know jack. She was working, right? You know how it is with that, with our families. The schools, I can tell you, Chicago public schools did not prepare me for math 101. Okay, I had to go back down 2 classes to do that. I couldn't get it off the FAFSA. I had to pay for it because we don't pay for remedial classes. I thought that was a natural stepping stone from the high school diploma to the junior college. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the bureaucracy and all their needless little this and that. It was not conducive for a person like me. Thank goodness I didn't spend big, or my mother didn't have big money to spend on a expensive college. You know, I think that's for me.
All right.
Yeah, bro.
All right. And I guess we're already 30 minutes. All right. Yeah, probably to end it with this one. How about one joke of yours?
One of my jokes?
Yeah.
That I hate, or that which one?
Whatever. Well, I guess just to get people to know your style, I guess.
All right, man. Don't tempt me with a good time. I started with a lot of self-deprecation. My self-deprecation jokes. Let me get this one out before it really doesn't work. It's a fat joke. I tell people that my name is Teeny. It's my nickname from out in the streets. My friends call me Teeny because I'm the fat guy in the group. But that could also be a small dick joke. Feel free to call me Teeny, bro. You too. You call me David. Call me Teeny. I get it. I'm fat. It's like I always say, I am only as honest as I am big and fat. I keep it 300. That joke doesn't work anymore. I've been losing weight.
Well, at least that's a good thing.
And I got all these stupid 300 stickers. What a waste.
All right. Well, yeah, that's good there, man. All right. Well,
thanks, bro.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. Awesome. Yeah, it was great to do this. We'll definitely keep seeing you around Problematica for sure.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't make it out yesterday, but at the end of the month, 27th, supposed to be there again. But I'm also going to be trying to make the open mics too. So
awesome.
If I can be there next week, I'll try.
I think she's got me co-hosting some of those mics. So awesome. For sure we'll be out there. People come on out. It's a good room. We're trying to, build it. Yeah. And I'll see you out there, man. We're doing it.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out So Chunky. Yep.
Shout out.
All right. We're good with that. Awesome.